Welcome to Show Up and Glow. My name's Jalen. This is my cozy corner, a space created just for you to tune in and chill out. If this interests you, I invite you to find some headphones, a quiet space, and join me for a calming and comforting experience. If this is not for you, that is okay. I appreciate you stopping by. As you notice yourself enjoying your stay, please be sure to like and subscribe for more of this calm and cozy vibe. Now let's get started. Welcome in. Today is going to be quite a unique video. I've never done this before. So get cozy, get comfy, let yourself just start to relax and decompress a little bit. Let the nice sounds take you away today. Let the mind kind of chill. Get cozy in the space. Because today I have my computer with my very fancy schmancy Bluetooth keyboard that makes nice little clicks and clacks. And I've talked about this before on the channel, about journaling, like whenever we've done the journaling videos together, that sometimes when I really need to just get a lot out of my head and out of my attention, I like to type it out. So that's what we're going to do today. I like to kind of get into like a meditative state and just free type, let the fingers do the typing, not worrying about punctuations, pronounced spellings. What's a pronounced spelling? I think it goes perfectly with what I was about to say, was not worry about correct spelling. So if the word correct gets typed out as correct, well, then that's what happens. There's something so cathartic and like freeing when you can just let your fingers type at the speed of your mind as best as it can. Whereas writing, I used to do that with writing, but it would just be scribble, and I was just like, I'm not really getting anything out of this. Like, it still felt messy or something. But when I was like, all right, let me just tune in to my inner self, let me just let the words, the thoughts flow through the fingers, through the keyboard, and then save on my computer. Oh my gosh, it's just a game changer. If you've never tried it, try it. I think you would like it. I close my eyes from time to time. Helps me really not focus on what I'm typing and just be with the thoughts and let it all come out. Let it all come out with no what's what I'm looking for? No sense of what needs to be said, just allowing myself to go with like a fluid train of thoughts, even if it doesn't seem like, even if it doesn't make sense, just to get it out can really clear a lot of space. So today, yeah, just enjoy the nice sounds. Find yourself in a nice comfortable position, whether that's lying down or sitting up, whatever feels good today. And just give your brain a break and enjoy the time in the cozy corner. While I'm typing, you're more than welcome to check out Mr. Clock in the back. He's our trusty... It's top of the hour. That's him saying hello. We also have lovely Lady Lava Lamp over here doing her thing. She's also here for your entertainment. So yeah. Let's get started. Let's do that. Let's actually take 3 rounds of nice breath. trying to ground ourselves in the moment here. Let the very noisy car out my window drive away, and then we'll start the breath. All right, let's do this. It's a noisy one out there today. Sometimes days are just like that. Oh, I also use a program called Evernote. Evernote, if you would love to sponsor a calm and cozy corner, I am your girl. Happy to be doing it. But this is not sponsored. But I do use a program called Evernote, and it's just like a virtual. It's like Word. It's like Word, but it's not. So if you're interested, check it out. I don't know how else to describe it. So, alrighty, let's get into it. For a moment. Because sometimes when you're doing this, when I'm doing it in a more meditative state, just allowing the thoughts to flow freely, sometimes things pop up that I'm not expecting. And just take a moment to just sit with it, whatever bubbles up. And I have found that this is the best way for me to unlock thoughts and emotions that maybe have been bubbling under the surface that I am just not aware of or haven't really addressed. So when I allow myself to just freely type through it, things pop up that are unexpected, and it sometimes can bring on an emotion you're not ready for. So I just like to kind of sit with it afterwards, take a breath or two, and then get back into it, because now's the time to not ignore it or run from it. Now's the time to let it just open up and flow through you and out of you, so that way you can make space for maybe thoughts or ideas or visions that you'd rather have instead of what kind of stopped you in your tracks. That was powerful sentiment. Sometimes you can't look at the screen of what you're typing because everything's just underlined in red. And you're like, I know, this is not about that. Freaking autocorrect, this is not about that. So I don't let it get to me too much, because then I just my perfectionist vocabulary tendencies then start coming out, and I'm like, that feels bad, but that's not the point. The point is to just let it get out of the system and to find clarity. I know I was trying to type the word ew, E-W, and I typed it Y-E-W. You. Doesn't matter. It does not matter at the end of the day. what I really like about getting out of your head and getting it into another space is it allows, for me, there's often a chattering voice in my mind throughout the day. There's some books that talk about that. We've talked about taming your inner gremlin on this channel. Sometimes there's little gremlins that live in your mind, and they're from years of people telling you who to be, how to be, things of that nature, and they just kind of build up, and sometimes they pop up into your head when you're doing the silliest of things, like washing a dish, and then you're like thinking, that's not how you properly wash a dish, you do it this way, and you're like, who is saying that to me right now? There's another book called The Untethered Soul, which we've pulled some cards from the Untethered Soul deck, and that book talks about the voice in your head that can bring you up or bring you down, and to imagine that voice inside your head as a roommate. What if there was a roommate living with you in your house that was constantly saying all the negative stuff that voice inside your head is constantly saying to you? You probably wouldn't put up with it for very long, and you would probably tell that roommate to knock it off and probably kick the roommate out, to be quite honest. But if the roommate was building you up constantly and rooting for you, you would feel so great in that roommate's presence. And that book is pretty amazing and powerful. So it goes hand in hand with when I do the typing, it allows that voice to come up both sides, the fearful side and the side that is optimistic and loving and joyful and hopeful, and the side that I try to find more than the other side, and it's a practice. So if you've never blind typed away any thoughts, feelings, worries, joys in some way, try it. I started out with Word documents. That's how I started out. And then when I found Evernote, I was like, this is a game changer. And I've been doing that for like 5 years. So again, Evernote, I'm happy to be your Cozy Corner sponsor. It's a great tool. I love it. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I'll see you again real soon.